Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to discuss about the error correcting and detecting codes. Already in the previous class we learned about parity code. So by the end of this video I will make you clear about what is the need of parity code and what is the need of Hamming code and how these two codes are useful in detecting the errors as well as how they can correct the errors, and I will solve with an problem where you will be very clear about all these codes. Okay, now let's try to come to the basics. Already in the previous lecture I have been given you how to identify even parity as well as odd parity. Okay, so odd parity or even parity is very simple. The number of ones in the data bit and parity bits are 1, then it's called even parity. The number of ones in data bit as well as parity bit are odd, then it's called odd number. Here you can see here the number of ones are 1, 2, 3, 4. This is data bit and this is parity bit. Number of ones is 4, automatically even parity. The number of ones in this is called data bit, this is called parity bit. The number of ones is how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 5, automatically it is called odd parity. Now this Hamming code we are going to implement with the help of a parity code. Let's try to discuss some few important points for the exam point of view, how to understand an Hamming code, and we'll solve with a beautiful problem. You will be very confident how to solve the problem. Okay, basically these Hamming codes are error detecting codes as well as error correcting. First, you have to understand why error will occur. Okay, so basically, this Hamming code is nothing but it's a method of correcting errors in a data. So this is used for correcting the errors in transmitted data. So you will be transmitting the data and you will be receiving the data. Okay. So here this is the transmitter and here we are going to receive the data. Okay. While you are sending this data, so an error may be identified. Okay. So first what you have to do is you have to identify the error that is to be done at received data. So you will receive a data. In that received data, you have to identify the error. After identifying the error, you have to correct the error in the received data. So in order to identify and receive the data, while you are sending the data itself, you should add an extra data which is called as a error correction. So this is called as you have to add an data which is called error correction in transmission. Then only you can detect as well as correct the error. Okay, that's why in order to do all these things, you have to understand about Hamming code. Okay, so this Hamming code will detect the error that are happened in receiving end station. Okay, the error which is occurred in the receiving end station will be identified the Hamming code. Okay, not only detecting, so this will also identify the exact bit where it is wrong. Okay, so it will identify the exact bit that is wrong, not only identifying, and it will try to correct it automatically. So this is done automatically. And we can say what is this Hamming code means? This is a set of error correcting code. Hamming code is generally an error correct detection and correcting code. So how it is going to detect and correct the errors is with the help of parity code already we discussed in the previous lecture. Okay. So let's try to see with an example, then you can understand what is the importance of parity bit. Let's try to see an data. Suppose if you want to send 4 bits, I have to send 4 bits from transmission to receive station. Okay, that the data bits to what I have to send is I'm labeling it as D1, D2, D3 as well as D4. Okay, so Hamming code will add 3 parity bits. Here I told we have to add the error correcting codes where these are called parity bits. Okay, so our Hamming code will add 3 bits of parity bit to the data bit, and the resultant you are going to have the data while you are going to transmit. I'm going to write down the position as well as the bits it is going to transfer. So first you are going to have parity bit 1, and then you are going to have parity bit 2, and then you are going to have data bit 1, and then you are going to have parity bit P3, and then you are going to have data bit D2, and then you are going to have data bit T3, and then you are going to have data bit P4. So this is the sequence how we are transmitting the data with the help of parity bits. Okay, so I can say a simple technique. What is parity bit? This is like a CCTV camera. So we have been inserted a camera in the data bits to send the original data. Now let's try to mark these positions as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So these are the positions. The same positions has to be received at the receiving end station. For example, let us try to see here. So whenever this data is sent, so our each parity bit, okay, so we have parity bits p1, parity bit p2, parity bit p3. Each parity bit will watch the positions. What are the positions this parity bit is going to watch is 1, 3, 5. So this one just a small example. It is going to watch the position 1, 3, 5, 7 positions. It is observing carefully whether these positions are mismatch or the data is being mismatched. And the parity bit p2 is like a camera. It is going to monitor the positions 2, 3, 6, 7. Okay, so it is going to monitor 2, 3, 6, 7 are monitored by the parity bit P2. And P3 parity bit is like a camera, and it is going to monitor the position 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is monitoring 4, 5, 6, 7. Already it is monitored by P2 also. Okay. Now this is how the data is transmitted at the transmission end station. Now let us assume whether the data is perfectly moved or not. So assume there is an position 5 has some error. Okay, the receiving station had identified, so position 5 is wrong. This position 5 is wrong. Then position 5 has been identified as an wrong. We are assuming. Okay, let us confirm that whether the data is correct in 5 or not. Okay, so position 5 means which bits are there, parity bit. So parity bit P1, which is in position 1. So parity bit is in position 1, and camera will seek an mistake and it will complain. So that yeah, problem is there in parity bit 1, and P2 5 is not there, so it is not going to complain, and it is like a silent. It's not complaining. I don't have any error. Parity bit P3 will give an complaint. In me also position 5 has been gone wrong, so it will give an output. So P3 is in which position? Position number 4. Okay, and this will also will raise an complaint at receiving end station. Okay, so now uh, what are the positions we had got? So P1 is there in position 1, and P3 is there in position 5. So 1 plus 4 positions if you add, then you are going to get there is an problem in position 5. So this is how it identifies there is a problem in position 5, and in the position 5 the data has been not transmitted. So that how it identifies, and automatically it is going to correct. So this is how the data is transmitted as well as received, and it can be identified. The error can be identified and it can be corrected with the help of a Hamming code. That's why these are called error detection as well as correction. This is how it detects with the help of parity bits. That's why this Hamming code is very much useful. Okay, and this Hamming code will make use of the parity bit to while they are sending the data. Okay, and here, this Hamming code is like an single bit error in the data unit, and it can identify the location in the data bit. Okay, so you can see here it can identify the problem in the where the data has been mismatched. This is all about the Hamming code. This is a little bit tough to understand, so we have to solve more problems. Then you can identify the error as well as you can correct the error in such a way that whatever the data is received should be 100% correct. That's why these are called error detection and correction code. So thank you for your time. If you feel my video is useful to you, please give a like to to my video. And if you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. And those who are studying the same subject of your friends, please share to your friends. And if you are still not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel to help and support me. Thank you for your time. We'll meet in another beautiful video. Yours, Ram.